lend your best focus to the poet for the evening, Dan Wright.
Thank you, John. Oh, this is the first time I've never had to move a microphone. As a short person, I love this. So, Hart and myself both started at Venice Café about 10 years ago, basically trying to emulate the beats until we actually found our own voices. And so tonight I'm going to read 6 pieces of mine that Hart really liked. And I'm going to close with a piece of his from his last book, The Power Sonnets. This first piece of mine is entitled Working Bohemians Blues, and it was the title poem of my very first chapbook, which, God, came out almost 10 years ago, June 2014. And Hart said this was me at my most Allen Ginsberg, and I assume he meant the opening line. I've spit in the face of American dreams that did nothing except joy in telling me I was nothing more than just another failure. I have grown up seeing baby boomer addicts neglect the children they brought in this world for a vain hope that a second summer of love would make them 8 miles high once again. And I have watched from the sidelines as Gen Xers quote Townsend and Cobain like mantras, refusing to let us millennials get started, while we scrape at the very bottom with holes in our clothes, holes in our shoes, and holes in our hearts. What of us, that next generation, an umpteenth time blank generation, that one without a style or grace, who do not have an identity to throw in your face, who work weekdays and weekends for an entire month for a paycheck that's not even $100, and left to wonder how to keep a car, keep a phone, keep warm, keep well fed, keep a roof over your head, keep peace of mind, keep from being left behind. As you try to keep up with the frantic pace of life out of fear of being just another one lost in the shuffle, as you're told you need all these and more to even have a chance at seeing tomorrow. Looking all around and wondering where the reward is, they say real life starts after you graduate high school, but in a world where 30, 40, 50, and 60 are all the new 20, it makes one feel doomed to be a child forever as they tell us to stop behaving like the very children they treat us as. Looking into a mirror, and hearing so many voices, real and imaginary, telling you that you need to have your life sorted out, trying to climb the ladder of success only to find that at some point somebody cut out the middle, being told you have to take a leap of faith to reach the other end, and watching as others try to make the jump only to fall into an abyss you spent a lifetime crawling out of. So confused as to what is life, is it even worth living, having all of this to deal with, plus looking for a job that'll support a wife and child before making up my mind on if I even want that in the first place? Wishing I had a clue as I drown amongst the absurdity of it all, as they call us all whiners, losers, failures, lazy, and every other damn insult they can think of out of frustration of no longer understanding the same gripes their generation once had. Working jobs and serving slobs, telling yourself it's money in my pocket so it's good enough for now, over and over like some desperate consolation. Taking shit with a smile, being let go after a while because you don't fit in. You don't wear their grin, as you deal with the tornado in your head that never stops, visiting that vicious cycle again and again and again and again. Turning to friends who are always there, turning to the friends who you know will care because they live to love, and if it weren't for them, you could damn well be somewhere below or above. Dealing with your 19th nervous breakdown of the day and trying to hide it as best you can. Doing your best to make your way, ignoring those who ignore your pleas. Writing you off in their mind by saying, well, that's life, kid, get used to it. Offering advice that attacks the symptoms, but never the sickness, while you scratch, claw, bawl, and fight on to get through the passing days, seeing so-called adults just as screwed up as yourself, maybe more, passing judgment, panicking in private, as life passes them by, getting more and more childish by the day, by the hour, by the moment. And you're left wondering, where was the happiness in a childhood where you always felt 15 going on 35? And all you ever hear is them telling you you need to grow up. And all you can say is, how? Thank you. And this was from also from that first chapbook. It's called Random Thoughts from the Late Night. The aroma of pot is in the air, while the fun time people are dolled up and out in full force. I could be one of them if I really wanted, if I didn't care. But I do care. I care too much. And that leads to overthinking, a skill I've mastered all too well that need to stop. I see the bums on 14th Street all gather at the steam grate. One of them tries to stop me to get some change, but I keep on walking. She asks me where I'm going, and I say nothing, but in my mind I reply, mad, as deadpan as I can. The neon signs point to new gin joints that pretend to be old, the found souls pretending to be lost. I love and hate everything about these cobblestone streets with everything in me. I hate that every time I open my mouth, my intellect shows up, revealing me to be smarter than even I know. And that's when I'm told I always need to go back to an institution I want nothing to do with, because it's a great lie. 4 to 8 years of time and money just to work the same job as someone with a GED. It's quite a good joke when you think about it. Intelligence is a desert island, a door you can never reopen once you go past. Once third eyes are clean, facades can never be unseen. Thank you. And has anyone here ever been to a bar called the Livery Company? It was a really cool bar down on Cherokee Street that exists from 2013 to about 2017, and it was something of a Max's Kansas City for a lot of the people who are now bigger names in the art scene. And this is a poem I wrote about that, and it's where myself, Hart, and a couple other poets that we started out with used to go every night, and it's called A Beast of Friends. With faces you've seen once in 1,000 times, from days and nights spent at the corner of Virginia and Cherokee, drunken nights of euphoria and our own movable feast. Pinball in the corner that makes the most annoying sound when you get an extra ball, and a jukebox blaring that inspires the most enthusiastic off-key singing you've ever heard. Walking through a door to one of the great nights of your life, finding at least one person you recognize, they offer to buy you a shot, and then before you know it, you're off to the races, while friends drink their mason jar drinks and sing to each other the songs they bought to coast through the night. With moments better than any fiction, fueled by coffee in the morning, beer in the afternoon, whiskey at night, usually with Fred Friction. Fueled by coffee, moments that mean smiles to those who were there, conversations lost to time and hangovers, seeing old soul revivals and traveling sound machines, barflies and functioning alcoholics, walking pop culture encyclopedias, scenes intermingling with each other, and a toothless man named Al who will come up to you randomly drunk off his ass and go, "You know what I like about you? Not a goddamn thing." Spiderweb tree branches becoming dream catchers under the streetlight. Trouble houses down the cobblestone street. Cherokee bums asking for $1 from anyone hanging outside or walking to their car. And no end to anything ever, except last call. Well, unless you decide to go to Manja. Thank you. This next one was from my second collection called Murder City Special, and it's entitled Muse. She doesn't belong on a mountaintop, nor a pedestal. She is not the answer to all your troubles or even the cause of them. Do not make her the muse she is not. Do not make her more than her imperfections, but still love her for the light she brings. Vicious stabs from thorns will make her stab with a glance, all with the poise and grace of a lady, with a drink in hand and pain in grip, as true love leaves no traces. She avoids Errol Flynn monsters who try to fit agendas with courtships that lead straight to Emily Post depressions. Sweet words leave a bitter taste until proven true. Do not call her a goddess, do not call her a queen, and do not promise moments that are beyond your reach just because you can. Do not give her a role, do not tell her the lines she must read. Love her as a friend, love her as a woman, love her as a human fucking being. Do not make her the muse she is not. Let only her love inspire you, if and when the time comes. Thank you. Me going on a pop culture tear. It's called If Movies Are to Be Believed. If movies are to be believed, good guys always win and bad guys always lose. If movies are to be believed, then telling a woman that you're an immortal and were born in the Highlands of Scotland 400 years ago will always get you into their pants. If movies are to be believed, preaching to the converted will always get the job done. The slimy little asshole who you want to get theirs will always get theirs, and you can rely on your friends to never let you down. You can afford to be idyllic, because justice will always be served. You can trust your parents, unless they're step-parents who have bad skin and just look plain evil. You can trust the cops, especially the ones that follow their own rules, because authority figures will never lie to you, right? If movies are to be believed, it all works out. Another happy ending. Nothing to worry about. Fade to black. I got just one more of my own, and then I'm going to read one of Hart's. This I wrote because someone thought they were saying that the title of this poem I got from someone was saying something about me behind my back, and I decided to own it. It's entitled Real Poets Don't Wear Rolling Stones t-shirts. Click the pen, begin again. Jumping Jack Flash smiled, just another freak in the freak kingdom. Black t-shirt, ripped jeans clean by default. Zippo flicks open, flame rises, smoke inhaled. Don't give two shits about theory, never paid attention to what I was talking. Ritalin helped with that. And meditate. And Adderall. Down here with hippies, drunks, rainbows, children of the sun, moon, and earth. All of us light years from home, and we like it that way. We all flew into the sun. Some were burned, some were phoenixes. We've spun the spider's web, got stuck on where to go next, drank too much stag and PBR. Creative cold feet is just code for not good enough with didn't want to sell out being the bullshit that you sell yourself. Too much time thinking about past mistakes to prevent future ones. Insides become a mess when someone makes you feel something that's not love, but you swear it's just as pure. Xanax and cigarettes before the gold rush discover secret histories of small town kings. As a bearded man on stage takes off his pants to shock you because revelation is all he has left. Piss poor piano plays nickels at a time. Mozart never had to do this shit. Those unable to do it themselves tell you how you should do it better. Those who try so hard to fit in never know when to shut up. So shoot me up, get me off. Do we want love anymore, or just incestuous friendships that comfort us just enough? So far from truth, so close to hope. Superheroes are real when you believe in them. There is no end. There is only when you leave. Click the pen, begin again. Thank you. And my final piece tonight, again, is from Hart's book, The Power Sonnets, which we do have for sale at DawnWeber Books, where I work. It's an incredible collection, and this is a piece of his entitled Fashionable Madness, which kind of sums up Hart in a nutshell. Quivering nations hit the road from rainbow flames, which blizzard our prideful, toxic viaducts and fairground games. Brush off doubt specks and end the peace of petrodollars in guidebook winds. Question the little things, for instance, death. Don't court some earthen lease, a luxury and a dark one where there used to be a man. Me who formed in a public mourning sings of chaos, front row seats, and pilgrim acid sex who ran some years ago from his father-dad. Himself a kneeler and fashionably mad, for yielded science to the posed salt of the West. If only because I love you, I love the earth that bore you, mother of balance teeming with splendors, you most among all of them. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been a great crowd. Please keep that applause going as we welcome back onto the stage DawnWeber.